Hey you, I'm talking to you. If you're spreading lies about Social Security disability, well, stop it. This video is especially for you. I'm about to run down and smash the 8 myths about Social Security disability because somebody's got to do it. If you're ready for this, let's get it started. I had a very long career working in Social Security disability programs at the state and federal levels. And one of the things that annoyed a lot of people who work for Social Security was the number of myths and conspiracy theories that people would spread. But since starting my work as the Disability Yoda, it did surprise me how these myths are now circulated by internet trolls, whose goals are either to just complain about Social Security's process, rail against the government, and discourage people who really need Social Security disability from even applying. Well, in this video, I'm about to go there. I'm about to dispel and shatter the 8 most typical myths that people spread about Social Security. I should mention this. I don't have a cut card here. I'll be the first to tell the truth about what happens inside the 4 walls of Social Security's agencies. But best believe I'm not here to let a myth keep someone from applying for benefits when they really need it the most. Now, here are the 8 myths about Social Security disability. Myth number 1, Social Security disability is a scam. It's a Ponzi scheme. Social Security is just out to take our tax dollars. Congress is just helping lawyers get paid. They're corrupt. If it's a legit scam, as you say it is, then no one would get Social Security disability except the people who are in on the scam. And if it's a scam, then nobody would get paid anything from Social Security disability. But we know that's not true because people are getting checks from Social Security because of their disabilities. So that's not going to work. Nice try. Myth number 2, the lawyers, the disability attorneys are out for your money. Most of them only get paid when you are allowed benefits. And I say most because, like I keep telling you on this channel, you will always have the good, the bad, and the ugly. There are some shady disability attorneys out there who want your money. They will do just the bare minimum just to show that we're doing something on your case, but then as a result, you get denied and then you appeal, and that only means more back pay for you, but it also means more pay to the disability attorney. And the higher up you go the appeal process, the higher the payout might be for them. Some lawyers are very upstanding and credible and reputable, and they do not do the bare minimum. They want you to be on disability, and they work hard to make sure that you do. But it's only fair to get paid for their work, for their value, the value that they're bringing to you. So when you lose, they lose too. So these lawyers, the ones that are really credible, are not out for your money. They don't even ask for your money up front because they want to help you, not get over on you. Myth number 3, Social Security has their own doctors who are part of the scam. I'm going to clear this up right here and right now. There are 2 types of doctors involved in just about every Social Security disability claim. There is the medical consultant and there is the consultative examination doctor. The medical consultant, or the MC, is an actual Social Security employee. Technically speaking, they're really not an employee. A lot of them are retired annuitant status, which means that they're retired doctors who have years of experience in operating rooms and treating patients, and now they want to help the process for those who are trying to apply for disability, not try to deny you. The consultative examination doctors, which a lot of people call Social Security's doctors, are not Social Security's doctors. They are on contract to perform an evaluation in the event that your claim doesn't have enough evidence medically, or maybe the evidence needs some clearing up. But they're not Social Security's doctors. They're on contract. Now, I'm not here to defend anybody, so let me break it down like this. If you believe the medical decision on your claim was not right, you can appeal. It is your right. I strongly suggest you do. I've told claimants when I was working on disability claims, I would tell them, it is your right. Appeal, and a different doctor will review the case the next time around. And let me say this, because there's somebody who's going to come up on my comments and talk about this. Those two doctors are not working together to scam you. On the other side, if you think the CE doctor is messing up your exam and your chances of getting Social Security disability because they did something nefarious or shady or inappropriate when you were there for the appointment, you can report it. Let the DDS know, I don't think this doctor gave me a fair shot. I don't think this doctor is a credible doctor. I think this doctor really messed up my ability to get on benefits. And the DDS will investigate that claim. If that doctor is found to be shady, that doctor's contract is terminated. It is a wrap. Myth number 4. I almost can't even get this out. You will always be denied the first time. Or its first cousin, you will be denied the first time unless blank. I'm going to show you in black and white that this is a bold-faced lie. We're at SSA.gov, Social Security's website, and this is the annual statistical report on the Social Security Disability Insurance Program. In the section that says medical decisions at the initial adjudicative level, that means people who are applying for the first time. Now come a little closer. I want you to see this. Come check this out. In 2019, the number of allowances were 340,188 people. 340,000 people were allowed or approved for SSDI. That doesn't even count SSI. So people are approved the first time. People are allowed the first time they apply. The fact that people say you will always be denied is a bold-faced lie. Now, if your comeback is, well, unless you suffered this or you had this, you will be denied the first time, you're actually admitting that some people do get allowed and get benefits the first time they apply. Think about it. So you got to come stronger than that. Myth number 5. Someone less deserving or not entitled gets benefits. Again, that is a lie. It's like I'm a broken record here. The people that say this have an issue with one group of people, and those are drug addicts, people who are addicted to drugs or alcohol. And they're saying, oh, well, I've seen druggies get disability. How can they get disability and I don't? Or how come they get disability and my mama didn't? Well, you don't even know the details. But before I even get into that, let's go someplace else. I'll start by saying this. Any chance of getting on Social Security disability, whether it's SSDI or SSI, but specifically SSI, based on drugs and alcohol, all ended in 1996 with Public Law 104-121, affectionately known as the Contract with America. You gotta love these little cute names that Congress throws on stuff. In that public law, it says this: an individual shall not be considered to be disabled for purposes of this title if alcoholism or drug addiction would, but for the subparagraph, be a contributing factor material to the commissioner's determination that the individual is disabled. Boom. Since you're not directly involved with these cases or anyone's claim, especially not yours, you don't know how or why anyone got on disability. So you have no idea who is and who isn't deserving of benefits. And since you don't have any facts, you will jump to conclusions and then start assuming things. And we all know what happens when you assume, except in this case, there is no me. Myth number 6. You need a lawyer to speed up your claim in order to get on SSDI. Faulty. Very faulty. Lawyers cannot speed up a claim because they are not the disability examiner working on your case. They can get some things done for you. They can represent you. They can help you fill out forms. They can help remind you to go to a CE appointment, but they can't move the case any quicker than anyone else. It is all under the disability examiner's and MC's control. People who make this statement have little to no knowledge about what a disability attorney's duties are. It's all based on an assumption. And they also don't know what happens within the four walls of Social Security's agencies, especially the DDSs. Here's the truth. Thousands of people get on SSDI without a lawyer. It's not required, especially at the initial or reconsideration levels, which are the two first levels that you'll see. Here's another thing. Thousands of people get SSDI using a disability advocate, not a lawyer. It could be an agency or nonprofit that simply provides a service for people who are in need of help trying to navigate the Social Security disability process. They're not lawyers. A lawyer can help, but a lawyer doesn't guarantee anything, especially you getting on disability benefits. If you come across a disability attorney guaranteeing you will be allowed Social Security disability insurance, run away. Run very far away. Myth number 7. I have a disability and I don't need to qualify on any other terms. This is the logic that they use. SSA is not qualified to tell me whether I'm disabled or not. All they're doing is sitting behind a desk all day long and playing God with somebody else's life, and they act like they're the ones writing the checks for Social Security, and they pretend that they know more than my doctor. Really? You're going to use that? let me deal with that right now. Would you let your underage child, 13-year-old child, drive your car on highways and streets without being trained, without insurance, and without a license or permit? Let's say that your 13-year-old gets stopped by the police driving your car, and the officer asks, "Let me see your license and registration." And here come your child. "I don't need the registration. I don't need no license. I don't need no one to tell me if I can't drive or not. My daddy said I can drive my car. My mama said I can drive her car. And I don't need anyone telling me that I can't drive. The DMV can't tell me I'm not qualified. The police can't tell me that I'm not qualified to tell me whether I can or cannot drive." You're not entitled to benefits because you say you are. Let me say that again. You're not entitled to benefits because you say you are. Your doctors send your records to the DDS, and the DDS reviews your records, and based on your records, they determine whether you are disabled or not. If you were in charge of Social Security, you might be able to make yourself entitled to benefits and give yourself a check because it will be your program and you're using your rules. But that's not how it works. You're not in charge. If that were possible, I'm sure a whole lot more people would be entitled to Social Security disability that are not entitled to get it. And that's called fraud. SSA's job is to make sure that the right people get a check. And by right people, what I mean is the ones Social Security determines to be disabled on their terms, not yours. And myth number 8, Social Security discriminates based on age. Not even. See, SSA has rules that work in your favor the older you get. Now, if you had gotten my book, The 10 Disability Commandments, and read it, you would already know this. It's the 7th commandment. But if you didn't get the book or if you didn't read it, I'm not going to repeat myself on this video. If you really want to know why this myth isn't true, you know where to go. Link in the description. Here's a bonus myth I'm just going to throw in just for humor's sake. Maybe it's not humorous, I don't know. But I'm going to give it to you anyway. Myth number 9. You have to be dead to get Social Security. If you're saying this, stop and listen to yourself. You have to be dead to get Social Security disability. Exactly. You're welcome. And that wraps it up for the 8 myths plus 1, or 8 conspiracy theories that people tell on Social Security disability. So let's stop the trolling. Let's get real and deal with facts. Get ready for the next video. I'm sure it's going to be something that's going to be well worth watching. Now, don't leave me hanging, because I'm going to see you on the other side.